All right, what's going on, fellas? It's your guy here, LenDale. Welcome back to my show. Hate it or love it. Sponsored by our guys over at Steady Picks. I got my big brother, Mosi Ala Lofa Tatupu. Probably for me, this is, by far. I know we had a lot of linebackers come out of USC, but to me, in my opinion, the greatest linebacker that I've ever played against at USC, by far. And there were some studs there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm giving it up for my brother Lofa Tatupu. What's up, brother?
My man, much love. I appreciate it. It was probably because I got beat, in coverage and in run defense by you and Reggie and all the boys so much that I ended up becoming better than what I should have been.
Nah, bro, shit, you turned it up, man. And we seen it, man. You made us better for sure, man. I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Yeah, absolutely. What we doing here today, brother?
All right, we gonna jump straight into it. We got lines for the week. We got 5 NFL games that we are going to pick. And basically, we're gonna see if you hate or love the point spread and the over or under. And first up on our list, we have the Jets at the Bills. They have the spread at the Bills at -9.5. Ooh, so you got to win by basically a touchdown and a field goal.
2 scores, man.
And the Jets with Mike White. So hate it or love it.
Well, I hate it if you were taking so if it's the Bills -9.5, hate it because the Jets are a good ball club and now they finally got some offense, man. So I think the Jets could even win this one as they did earlier in the season. They beat the Bills.
You know what? I respect your opinion on this, big bro, but I'm absolutely gonna love this. I'm going with my guy Josh Allen to seal. He's going for a MVP. He hasn't had one yet. He wants to seal his deal. This Jet team they're high in their division with him, and I think they want to go ahead and knock them off to, keep them, the little brothers in this division for right now. Mike White, my cousin, he played he played a first good game, right? This is his second game. His third game, I think it's starting at the start.
Yeah.
QB. I just don't think that I know how it is when a new guy, we both know how it is when a new guy comes in. Sometimes you rally around him. I just don't think that he has what it takes, especially against this Bill defense. There's too much. And then when you got a guy like Josh Allen that runs the ball like a running back, I just think that that's not a lot for me. 10 points for him and the way he knows how to score the ball. I think that they can make that happen. So I absolutely love the Bills to cover at this 9.5.
Okay. Agree to disagree. Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what makes this thing great. They have the over or under at 44.5. Hate it or love that.
Man, that's tough because it's two solid defenses, right? But I just don't see the Bills going under 25-ish points. So I think it's actually a pretty tough line to pick. I'm going to go, I love the over in that one. I think because the Jets finally have offense, there will be, Buffalo's still sour about the last game. They're going to be scrapping it out for this one. So high scoring affair. We'll go with that.
Yeah, listen, I'm glad you went with that. Was a smart call, big bro, because I absolutely love this one as well.
Okay.
I just, the Bills, when they get going, they can score. The Jets, like you said, their offense as of late have been able to put up some points. Those receivers, for some reason, the receivers that Zach Wilson could not find, all of a sudden Mike is finding them, and he's finding them early and often. So I think the Jets do score some points here for sure. But I just think that the Bills and the Bills Mafia takes off on these people. And that's where we go with the over because they end up scoring around 32, 33 points this week. So,
okay, we agree.
So we agree. We both love the over on this.
Love it.
Love it, man. Let's get to
what we got next.
There's a few games on here that I can call the games of the week, but I'm a fan of 2 of these quarterbacks. So I'm going to keep those 2 games for the last one because I have antics I usually do for these guys. So
I like it. Respect it.
We got the Eagles at the Giants up next. They have the Eagles at -7. Eagles been playing some crazy ball. My guy, Jalen Hurts, I think that's another MVP in the race right now. Let's be honest. If he's the front runner, honestly, but what he's able to do with the NFC, in the NFC the way the Eagles aren't constructed to, like, you wouldn't think he'll be able to pass the ball with, the play action and the RPOs and all that, but the way he's getting AJ Brown involved, and the fact that he has close to, I think, like 600-700 yards rushing himself, I just feel like he's the front runner, especially when you have a record like that. That's what in NFL it's all about winning. So
Yep.
I mean, I'm sorry to cut you off, big bro, but I'm gonna go first and say I love this. I absolutely love the Eagles to cover.
I love it too, for all the
Okay.
reasons you mentioned. The Giants, they just been struggling. You shut down Saquon, you shut down the Giants. And so I don't know if they load the box, what they do, but they're not letting one man beat them. They've been playing great team ball. They do have a stingy defense, but yeah, it hurts, man. The kid, I hope with all that he's been through college and everything, right? Just battling, and like, this is something like transfer portal, how big that is these days.
Right.
I mean, he stuck it out, and I think he learned more about him in that year at Bama than he would have just transferring and like going into another starting role. So he's the reason this thing's going. I love it too. Eagles, they're going to win by more than 7.
Yeah, and then what you said earlier about if you stop Saquon, you stop them. When you think about what the Eagles just did to my Tennessee Titans last week with Henry, and that's the train. When you stop Derrick Henry, you stop their offense. So
great point.
You know what I mean? Like the Eagles with Ndamukong Suh, the big kid from Georgia. He's they have the middle shut down. So you're gonna try to see them get on the edges a lot. And like you said, I don't see the Giants doing it. So yeah, we both love the Eagles to cover here. And they have the over or under at 45.5.
I'm gonna let you go first on this one.
Okay, because the Eagles score some points, man. The Eagles are gonna score some points. And Saquon and them are known to score late if they need to. 45.5, that's only 20. I'm going to say I absolutely love the over in this too, just because I like the Eagles. When Jalen Hurts is playing some good ball and their defense even gives them points, that's when they are best. And I think like the defense will get them the ball back. Big play D Slay. Okay. I just see it happening. I just see that them getting the ball back, but I also don't just see the Giants are going to go away. The Eagles will cover, but the Giants will still be there. They'll score a little bit later on is what I'm thinking. But 45, I mean, it's a bit much in the NFL game, but the way the Eagles are playing, I love it.
Okay. I'm going Oppo. I hate it.
Oh, you absolutely hate the 45 points?
I could see. Now, I know what you're saying. Divisional matchup, tough. They're not just going to fold, right? Yes. But I think the Eagles are too much. AJ Brown, beast, like you said. I think he gets a couple touchdowns, keeps the touchdown train rolling. Let's go under 45.5, because I could easily see this being an Eagles 30-10 or 34-10 win.
Right, when they get out early.
Wait, let me do the math. 34-10, that's 44. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. They get out early, but if they get out early, like you said, and then all the Eagles got to do is basically run the ball. You know what I'm saying? And then passing those 3s and outs, it adds up. So I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe. Come on, Saquon, don't let me down. You still in the MVP race yourself, man. Yeah. You upset these Eagles, they're gonna be right. They're gonna be right back up on that Saquon train, high as hell again too. That'd be pretty dope, man.
I got him in fantasy. He's been doing awesome. Thank you, Saquon.
Man, yeah, Saquon. But you know what? We all knew when he was gonna be healthy, what kind of player he'll be. It's just his health is what determines what he would, and that's all of us. You know what I'm saying? But that's just what sucks about the NFL. If you can stay healthy longer, you have a better career. It's just what it is.
Oh, I know that too well.
Like, shit. Next up, this is a good game, man. We got Tua-led Dolphins going in to the Los Angeles Chargers. Man, Justin Herbert been playing some really good ball too, though. I can't lie. But they have the Dolphins at -3. Hate it or love it.
I love this one because Dolphins just played a tough one right now. They play San Fran, right? They battled them, but I think they're going to come in pissed off. You know how it is after a loss. You're like, all right, boys, let's get back in the win column. And the Chargers just too inconsistent, man. They got all the talent in the world, haven't been healthy. Herbert's none of his wide receivers, I think, have started more than like 6 games, 7 games, but. So I love it. Love the Dolphins to bounce back and win by more than 3.
Interesting.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm pondering here because Herbert can play upset kid at any moment, and he does have the offensive weapons, to at any moment make things happen. Eckler, both of those they're coming off some disappointing weeks. This is an interesting one, man, because I'm leaning to Tua because I like Tua as a player, man. I can't lie. Like you said, I like how um people try to knock you off and take you off the pedestal you're on, or try to just take
Yeah.
you. And it's like you consistently continue to ball out and show exactly what you are, and people still try to knock it. So it's not that I don't want to ride the Tua train. I don't know,
It's
man.
Tua time. It's Tua time.
It might be Tua time. And 3 points for the Dolphins. Watch what I'm telling you. Herbert's going to end up winning this game, but just because I just like Tua, so I'm going to love them to cover this by 3. But watch what I say. Herbert ends up winning this game.
I
Watch.
believe you. I know you're torn on this one. I
Man,
believe
it's
you.
crazy. That dude going to end up because he's one of them dudes, like you say, he's so inconsistent sometimes that when you don't think he's going to be that guy, all of a sudden he comes out on fire. Like, and you're like, oh, this is why they drafted him.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So I can't wait to see that game. It's gonna be one that I'm gonna keep my eye out on because it's gonna be crazy. And got the over under at 52 points, which Vegas must know that it's gonna be some high flying around here. Hate it or love it.
Kind of in between. It's kind of just a tough one to call, but
if Justin Herbert, look,
that's the thing. Yeah.
If they go over, and Herbert will win. If we go over, that's what I'm saying. I love it if Herbert wins. I hate it if they don't go over, like Tua and them covering, they win. That's the thing. That's why I'm torn about it. Like it's a mixture.
I'm going over. I'm going over because just the reason you mentioned Herbert. I mean, he could just show up and ruin your day. And so, Tua and them are going to Tyreek Hill. You can't shut him down. You can only hope to contain him. He is a different kind of beast. Over 52 for me.
And you know what's crazy, man? That dude, Mike McDaniels, his mind down there. I like how they show these coaches on the sideline with guys that if these are your future, talk to these kids, like talk to them like they're your future. Like, let's be realistic. It's not always a cuss out matchup. It's not always I gotta, or walking to the sideline, just shaking you on your butt. Like, no, I want to see what you see out there. Like, let me know so I can help you become the greatest. And so to see the relationship with Brian Flores with Tua, and then seeing this relationship, it's night and day. But we also see on the field what happens when a team and an organization actually like cares about their draft picks and shows that. It's amazing what happens.
Point. Yeah.
I think I love the over. No, I hate it, man. I hate it. I don't think it's gonna go over, man. Okay. Like I said, and I watch it go over because Herbert's gonna end up winning. I'm telling you, man.
Well, I believe you. I believe you on that one. He could score quickly.
Damn, man. That's some bull crap. So next up, who we got? Okay, this is probably one of my favorite guys in the NFL right now, and I can't lie. Shirtless Kurt, baby. Yeah, shirtless Kurt, man. Yeah, act like you know, man.
I know what you're talking about.
We got the Minnesota Vikings going into people that have been playing some ball. Dan Campbell's team. Yeah, the Lions, which another team, if you stick by an organizations out there, if you ain't listening, I don't know if you're listening, I don't really care, but you need to listen for former players. If you stick by a coach or even a former player coach and allow him to, build something there, or even bring in the guys that he what happens. Yeah. You know what I mean? But you can't give him a guy a year sometimes, or 2 years. Sometimes you hire coaches too prematurely and they're not built for it. And yes, you guys got to get them out there. That's your fault. Sometimes it's okay to hire a former player and let him work his move. Brable, Dan Campbell, like these people, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's realistic because we understand what he's saying to us because he was in the locker room with us at one point.
Even Jeff Saturday, with the exception of the 2 minutes in the fourth quarter against Cowboys, has had them very competitive. Yes, and this look, everybody was knocking it like, oh, well, he has no coaching experience. And I get all that.
I was knocking it more because he came off that couch. I don't care about the coaching. When you're a former player, can't nobody, you being a former all-pro, can't nobody tell you better than how to coach somebody in the NFL. Like, listen, I really done this at the highest level.
I've been in those shoes and I've been in those seats. Like, I know, exactly. And then he's Super Bowl champion. I mean, I think you could drop the mic on that one.
Right. Come on, man. Let's go. They got the Lions, though, at -1.5. That's amazing to me. That's
Yeah,
amazing to me. That's amazing, bro. I can't believe that they got the Lions at -1.5.
I thought I was reading that
The
wrong.
way Minnesota, I wanna let's do some research there, Loaf.
Okay.
I don't think they're wrong by that because the Lions have been playing such good ball that it doesn't shock me. You know what
I
I'm saying?
mean, I know they've been playing great, but let's also take into consideration who they've been playing. I think
No, 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 no.
I think they played the Jaguars. So let's
but
pump the
I mean, hey, but it's the Lions. And when the Lions spank you like that, then you got to give some type of, you got to come on. You got to give
they lost by 3 to the Bills at home. That was Thanksgiving, I believe. So I mean, there's something to kind of like, that sticks out in your mind.
That's what I'm
So,
saying. No, they're playing good ball. Dan Campbell got these boys playing some good ball.
and actually, now that we're doing research, like you said, they they play tough at home.
I gotta grab this sorry real quick. They play really tough at home. So that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. How are we? How are we? -1. So that must be real then.
yeah. So, and they're putting up points. And I mean, you know what? Yeah, that
Bro,
I'm gonna.
and you know
What do
what's
you go
crazy?
with?
It's like the land of the forgotten. It's like, okay, even my brother, this is one of my brothers, Amar St. Brown. I
Oh,
met that kid years ago. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I met him. And I just remember talking to him and his dad, John, great dude, man. Like, I just remember talking to him and just like thinking about like what he was going to be, right? And then just seeing how he fell in the draft. It's like Detroit are like the land of the forgotten. They get like, but these kids have been like making plays. You got Jamal Williams leading the league in rushing touchdowns. You got to do like Jared Goff that people basically said, "Oh no, it's him. It got to be him." You know what I'm saying? He goes to
yeah,
Detroit where they're basically trying to write him off, and it's like, no, like you give him some weapons. He clearly show you he can make plays. They're scoring points. It's not like it's these
yeah.
3-0 games or like where they're only putting up 7 points. They're putting up points. So with all that being said, I absolutely hate it. I'm going shirtless Kirk. Yeah. Shirtless
You're
Kirk.
riding with your dog, huh?
Yeah, I'm riding with shirtless Kirk. I just think this is his year too, man. I think that it's time for him to get his just due. It's been so many years where they've been saying Kirk is a system guy, but he has had a new coordinator. I don't know if he's been in the league 10 years. He's probably had a new coordinator at least 7 of those years. So I don't know how somebody can say he's one of those guys. I also just look at him like he's consistent. He's like one of the most consistent dudes at putting up his stats. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just I want to see it. And he has the weapon. He has so many weapons around him right now to do well. TJ Hawkinson. You got Jamar, Dalvin Cook, Madison. Man, he's made to make plays. So as much as I love the Lions and what Dan Campbell got going on, I think there's going to be a lot of free agent signings with him this off season. But I just feel like the Minnesota Vikings are, and my dog shirtless. He's not playing that, man. I'm sorry. He's not.
All right.
Going.
Well, I love it because I just did a little more research like you told me to do. And Vikings have a tough time on the road. I mean, they've won, I think, one of the last 3. Yeah, they've had some tough matchups, Bills, a couple of, but yeah, no, man. Lions are hot right now. Gonna ride the streak. We'll get to the total in a second, but I love the Lions at home. It's, I think they played early in the season that I just saw, and it was like a 3 or 4 point game. So now you get them at home. You know how it is, home field advantage. So, but I'd be surprised, right, if the Vikings don't win this one. I still love the Lions. I'd be surprised.
Why would you be surprised? Oh, I get it.
10-2, like, just like you said with the Bills and the Jets, your little brother, just
right. You're supposed
get
to
him out of here.
But Vegas usually knows something. It's like Vegas doesn't just usually throw that out there for fun. You know what I'm saying? If it's
is Kirk not playing?
That's what I'm saying. Now my dog shirtless got his pads on. He's been having his pads on with all his ice ready to go for weeks. All right. Not do my guy. What they got the over under on this game, Lofa?
53, which I mean that
the
Lions.
Oh, listen.
They both been putting up points.
You said it. They gonna score. We know that Minnesota can score the ball.
Yeah.
But we know that Detroit can definitely score the ball. I see I see St. Brown having a nice day this game for
I hope so.
sure.
I got him on fantasy.
You know, I think he has a big game. He's always coming up making some type of play. So yes, I think my brother St. Brown has a big day. But I just think that my guy famous, yeah, shirtless Kirk, he goes crazy. And I think that they score a lot of points. So I love the over in this one.
I
This is
love
an
it too.
entertaining game. Yeah, for the Lions, it's got to be an entertaining game.
Love
People
it
are
too. I'm
back on
going
that
over.
train. And it's good to
Yeah.
see them winning. Because I feel like when the Lions are decent or something to talk about, it makes the NFL better.
Yeah. It makes for a great storyline.
You
So
know what
yeah,
I'm
we
saying?
agree on that one. All right.
For sure.
We got one left.
I think they got that last one, and the last one is probably what I'm gonna do is I can let you read this one off because I'm gonna be honest with you. I already love Tampa Bay. I already know it's anything with Tom Brady. Oh, okay. I'm gonna just tell you if you've been watching my show with Hate It or Love It, right? It doesn't matter. Thomas Patrick, Edward, Eugene, Brady Jr., my guy. Wow. It doesn't matter every week. I don't care if we win, lose, or draw. I've seen it way too much, just like this last week. You know, it's so crazy. They're like, oh, no, it's 3 minutes, 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Then they're down by 14 points in the fourth quarter. And a lot of people would be like, yeah, it's over. And me sitting here with CJ, you know, my best friend, I'm like, yeah, well, you know, 2K. I'm sitting there and I'm like, he's like, yeah, he's looking at me because he can't wait for Tom Brady to lose and be like, fine. But I'm sitting there like, man, I guarantee Tom Brady win. And myself, I don't really bet, man, because when I bet, I lose money. I always lose. So I'm like, just watch it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was gonna say,
yeah, everybody texted me like, oh, you know, and I was like, I promise you, this is not over. We've seen this movie before, so we know how it ends.
Man, oh my God, there's nothing like that, man, dog. It's like there's a lot of great quarterbacks that I'll put up in like one of those levels, right? You know how like when we talk that Jordan, LeBron, Kobe. I'm gonna always say Jordan, Kobe for me, LeBron. LeBron is one of those GOATs for sure. For the rest of like, I would never say he's not, but I just say Jordan and Kobe are better. When I say like when I put Tom Brady, like Tom Brady doesn't even like it's Tom Brady.
There's no bracket,
right? Then it's under him. It's like Peyton Manning and the rest of those guys. But can't nobody. If you played in 10 Super Bowls, dude, and did what he's done, there's no way I can even put somebody on his level, man. So
I hear you.
What's that spread on that game, Lofa?
So they got the Niners -3, which I think it's pretty bold since they lost both their quarterbacks.
Right. I absolutely hate that because I love Tom Brady to win this football game. I absolutely hate it.
I hate it, and I might be biased because you know I'm a Seahawk fan, and I hope that the Bucks beat the Niners because we have a tough matchup with them next week. But I'm just thinking you got a kid that's never started a game in Purdy. That is, he came in, he played great. He actually put up good numbers last week against Miami. But now he's got, and that Bucks defense, we've seen what they can do.
It's stingy. They give up some stuff, but when it's time to play, they find a way to turn it on.
I think they're basing on the Niners, who are like ranked #1 in every statistical category defensively. But
shout out my dog Kyle Shanahan, because you know any dude that will listen to Lil Wayne pregame and know it word for word should, you know, he needs a shout out. But the fact that he can have Debo, Kittle, Brandon Ayuk,
CMC,
you know what I'm saying? He has them all, and it's like 25 across the board where they're going to, but they all putting up numbers still. You know, you got to, but that's why I think that's where the -3 comes in. But again, I just don't think Brock has it in him. Now, if Baker Mayfield would have came in and if they could have picked him up off the street, Baker, even though I don't think he's the greatest, you know, quarterback in the world, I just know that he could come in and manage better with Christian McCaffrey back there and, you know, the rest of those studs. So, I don't know, man.
So we both hate it. We're going with Tom, and I just, you know, this is around the time of the season where we've seen it just like before. Tom Brady, okay, it's playoff time to playoff push. Let's turn it up a notch. Yeah, exactly. Let's go.
Oh my God, I've seen it. This is the craziest story that we can ever really damn near write in sports. We know how hard it is to play in the NFL to get to the playoffs. So the fact that like when you play 20 plus years in the league and you spent half of those in the Super Bowl, man, you were by far a little.
And everybody's gunning for him. You know it, right? As a defense, it's but hey, man. Okay, so the point total is 37 because of these two great defenses. So where are you going with that one?
Tom scored 37 and minus Purdy.
Hey, Purdy's tough. Don't be
Right. I'm
surprised.
not saying, yeah, and he was Mr. Irrelevant, just so he wants to make some relevance in this. You know what I mean?
That's a good one.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say I love it. I think they go over. I think they go over. I think they go over 37 points.
I'm gonna go and agree with you. I love it because okay, I know the Niners are tough, but I mean, Tom's, you know who's tough? The guy that's 45 that's been playing for 22 years.
Right.
And I mean, you saw what he did last week. I was surprised that they didn't go no huddle a little quicker,
Right.
last week,
Tempo going.
If you couldn't get anything going, right, LenDale? I mean, you played offense.
Yeah, no, the tempo is what we usually come out. If you can't get anything going, coach will be like, listen, these next few series, we up tempo. Let's try to, let's get something. And it's crazy because as soon as they went that, their offense was
two touchdowns in 2 minutes.
It's amazing.
So yeah, I'm going over with you on this one too. I think they both find a way to put some points up.
Yes, sir. I'm with you. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting game to see because, like you said, if Tom ends up beating them, that's when again the team started like, oh, okay, yes, we had our little whatever in the beginning, but now he's finding Tom again.
Confidence is through the roof.
And man, and until I see somebody beat him in the playoffs, one thing we know is he leads his division right now, so he's almost in there. All you got to do down there is just keep beating the team in his division. I don't care what his record is.
Yeah.
So when he gets to the playoffs, that's what scares me, man. So yeah,
everybody
love the
that scares everybody.
For real, big bro. Oh man, hey, I appreciate you stopping by on another show of Hated to Love It, sponsored by our guys over at Study Picks, man. It's been an honor to have you on here, big bro. You know how I feel about you, man. I love you, man. Thanks for stopping by.
My brother, all love too, man.
I'm gonna have my guy Nick. He'll probably he'll be reaching out to you or send you some stuff because he keeps track of this, man. I'm really undefeated on this. I had a few ties I haven't lost yet, so maybe you could be the first guy to beat me on it. We'll see.
Wow. Okay. Right on, man. Hey, congrats on the show. I love the Smash and Dash show too. It's dope, man. Keep going, brother.
I sure appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, bro. Love you, man.
All right. Love you too, bro.
Right
Later.
on.
Fight on.